It's Dr. C. Hello, everyone. Wow, I just had the elusive unicorn. My 7 o'clock student canceled, and nobody had booked for 7:30. So I have an hour there that I had planned to work that I don't have to work, and I get paid for one of those slots. So that's great. Great way to start my work week. I work from Tuesday until Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes I work on Sunday, and I take Mondays always off. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that bell when it appears, and um, well, YouTube will notify you whenever I post a new video. We're headed toward 100 subscribers. That's not a whole lot in the whole world of YouTube, but it's great for me because I don't want this to get too awfully big, because I want us to have a nice small community of learners together. But anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, be sure that you do that, so that when we hit 100, we're at 88. We're getting closer and closer. When we hit 100, we're going to have a giveaway, and we'll have a prize for when we hit 100 subscribers. Wow, my tongue is not working as well this morning as it should. I hope it did in my classes. I taught four classes this morning. My Actually, all four of those are regulars. One is a new little level one that I have started with in level one, lesson one. So I'm excited to keep working with her so that I can see her make that progress. It's always amazing. Another student that I have is one that is really struggling. He struggled a little in unit 3, in level 3, but when we jump to level 4, guys, it's like I don't really know what's happened, but he's really having a hard time with the vocabulary and the reading. Dad is always there, mom sometimes, but I don't know if they're not seeing it as struggling. I keep putting it in the feedback, and I keep notifying the LP that we really need to go back to level 3 and work more on some vocabulary to build his confidence. He's my student that I've talked about before that was so fast. Whenever I would say hello, he would say, "Good morning, Dr. Z." I mean, it's like, no, he put teacher in there too. And it's like everything ran together. Well, I've finally gotten him to slow down and separate his words a little so that they're more understandable. But anyway, I digressed from what I really wanted to talk about, and that is the the rewards that I'm using this week that can also be used as props. That's the valuable thing for me about rewards, is that we can use them for props also. So what I'm using this week, and I'll have to look at my list since this is my first day to work, I've been using mooncakes, and I think I shared this last week, but let me pull it up and I'll show you again. These came from teacher Amanda Panda, and this is what I've been using this green, and wish them a happy Mid-Autumn Festival. And then I give them, and for some reason, I remember I shared it last time, I didn't save the plate. Teacher Amanda Panda had a plate, so I just went and found me a nice plate to put the mooncakes on. And of course, they get 5 mooncakes to go with their 5 stars. And there are the 5. Now, I'm just fascinated with Manicam, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I could be doing that I'm not doing, but I love being able to manipulate these rewards. So that's how I use that. So let me remove that because I might want to show you something else on this page. Oh, I do, because what I did, or what we did, I should say, I didn't do it. I'm not a cook, okay? I'll admit that readily. Is that we found a recipe for an American version of mooncakes, and I had ordered, I think I told you this, I had ordered the press. Well, let me make myself bigger so you can see. Um, I had ordered the press and we made some mooncakes. And I actually show them a mooncake and then I take a bite and I go, that's really good. So those have been a hit with the kids. They enjoy that. One of my students said, "Teacher, why are you eating in class?" And I may have told y'all that story already. But a student this morning said, "That looks like a cookie." So I said, well, I guess it is kind of a cookie. All right, then the next thing that I'm using this week is my stars to apples, and let me get to it. And I have a mooncake match where I'm using that same graphic from Teacher Amanda Panda. I made that one, which is a match. I made Mid-Autumn Festival Find a Star, so they look for a star. This is the newest one I made, where they get a mooncake. They look for a mooncake rather than a star. So I use those. I will use those. Haven't used them yet. And I think that's it for right now. But let me show you, guys. I went to Dollar Tree. Yes, I wore my mask and um, I social distance. And you may be surprised about that in Dollar Tree because they're so small. But I think I've said before, we have a dysfunctional Dollar Tree here in our town. But that's where we went. Just needed to pick up a few little things, and there weren't very many people in there. Of course, there was one person on the next aisle on their cell phone talking loudly. There was a kid, and I hate to say that, there was a child pushing a cart around the store, and they were on a cell phone with another kid that I think was, or another child that was in the store. I couldn't quite figure out, they were doing Marco Polo or something. Anyway, that's what they did, but I found a few things that I didn't need, but I love props and I love rewards. Look at that. For $1. It's a little dart game. Be very easy to play that as a reward in class. Oh, I found these. These are tickets. I hope they show up. Yeah, there we go. They are tickets. And I watched a video from teacher, what is his name? He does a lot of the workshops, um, Justin. And he lives in South America somewhere. But anyway, he does a lot of workshops for VIP Kid. And he talked about how that with, especially because I think he teaches really younger, like trial students and maybe level ones. But he said he rewards every 2 minutes. And I thought that's a really good idea for a young child just starting out. So I thought, okay, I'll use these tickets. I'll give them a ticket. When you get 2 tickets, you get a star. And then give them another ticket, and after 2 minutes, then 2 more minutes, you get 2 tickets, you get another star. That's just a way to reward them more often. And I've said before, when I reward, I really try to be specific about it. I don't just say, you did a good job. Although I probably do say that a lot, to be honest. But I try to say, great, that was great. You recognize that vocabulary word. Now you get a star. So I try to be very specific. And there's probably a phrase for that. I just can't think of it right now. It's early. I have not had any coffee, believe it or not, as hyper as I seem to be. Yes, I found these little things that work on word families. And so I thought, well, that would be kind of cute. And if nothing else, I could put um, a, a yeah a sticker over that. Instead of PL, I could make it say something else. So there are four in this packet, 25 cents each. That is a good buy. I get no kickback from Dollar Tree, believe me. I wish I did. I spend most of my money at Dollar Tree. Oh, that's another set. It's pretty much the same thing. They were different animals. And so I thought, I can make something with those or I can use them as they are. Yes, I found more. I found these little felt things. They're little monsters, and it's like a space scene here. And so you use the little felt monster to go on the background. And I thought that's a great reward, especially with Dino and Dino's family and Dino's friends, that this would be a good thing to use with the kids. There were three of different ones of that. This one is like dragons and unicorns. Oh dear, my background is messing with that. But anyway, I think you can see it. There's a background there with a rainbow. And I thought that one was cute. Again, $1. And this one definitely will go with the fish and reptiles. Definitely the fish units. And there's a treasure chest, and I think that's in some of our classes, some of our units. But there are the little felt fish and starfish and turtles, things that we talk about in our lessons. And there we go. For $1, I have a reward or a prop. I can definitely use that as a prop. Yeah, I found more. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. These are things that I'm going to use for something else. So that's what I found at Dollar Tree. So that's pretty much it, what I wanted to share this week. I really like Justin's idea of rewarding those kids um, every 2 or 3 minutes. I'm really a stickler. I'm OCD about all the wrong things, but I like that 5 minute thing because it makes the time pass faster. I'm one of those people when I'm reading, if it's for, like when I did my doctorate or my EDS, if I was having to read some research or an article, then I would go, okay, there's this number of pages. I'll read 5 pages and then I'll take a break, that kind of thing. I'm OCD about stuff like that. Very unimportant stuff. And obviously I'm OCD about Dollar Tree and rewards and props. But guys, that's the whole purpose of my YouTube channel. It took me a little while to figure out exactly what my niche was, but what I want to do is share with you rewards and props, and then also some other ideas. There's a couple of things that people are working on, and I'm not going to give them away, but I'm going to tell you, just be watching the Facebook groups, because there's a couple of things that people are working on that have asked me to help them out and maybe co-facilitate on one of them. So just be prepared for that. Be looking for that. I like to stay busy. If I stay busy, it's good for my mental health. So, and my physical health too. Speaking of that, I've been walking 2.5 miles, which is great. This pandemic, Wow, I hope I didn't say something like that in class. This pandemic is has really taken a toll on my health, and I've got to get it back under control. So I've started walking 2.5 miles, and my goal is at least 3 times a week. So I've already done my 2 times this week, and it's only Tuesday. So I'm going to hit more than my 3 times a week. I need coffee. It is time for me to go get some coffee. So I'll be back very soon. I probably, I say probably, won't go to Dollar Tree. No, I won't, because I have lots of things here already that I can share. I hope that this is valuable for you. If so, leave me a comment, or if there's something you want to share, leave me a comment either here or on one of the Facebook pages, and I'll be glad to spotlight that idea and give you some credit for doing that. So anyway, guys, it's time for me to go get some coffee and get my tongue straightened out. And I will see you later. Goodbye.